is, right? And I've always drawn all maths. All the geometric stuff, just sort of like to tie it in, but I've got a nice face there. My tiger.
Yeah, blue eyes.
When I weigh in and face off, I got the fuck you. That's lion, that's my birth symbol.
War survived Jeep, yeah? Mad thing. We're rolling downtown in this. It's gonna be a ride.
Old school.
Strap yourselves in. Okay, what's up guys? Sawadee Cap. Paul here in Thailand with a new exciting video this week. And have I got a special one for you guys today. I know a lot of you guys like to see my interview chats out on the street with people. And today we got a very special one, yeah? Especially for sports fans, but not only gals, don't worry, because he's a handsome bastardo, yeah? Introducing, hailing from the United Kingdom, fighting out of Venom, Pattaya, a mustachioed porn star lookalike, standing at 5'11", weighing in at 75.5 kilos, Jeep driving, Kra Pao eating, TJ Hellboy Chang! Alright mate.
Doing good?
Welcome mate. Thanks so much for coming along. We're going to sit down and talk about TJ's life as a bare knuckle boxer out here in Thailand. Stick around, it's going to be fun.
I'm fucking start twisting it, but it's still fucking crying.
Yeah.
Like a porn star attached.
Are you, is it coming up at the sides?
It's starting to there.
Oh yeah. Oh look at that.
Yeah.
Two little whiskers dropping on the right but on the left.
Like going through puberty again.
Not on the left.
So the same as your hair goes in a circle, you know that? So it goes this way, not that way. So the same as your hair, that's why you have a cow's lick.
Yeah.
So your hair goes in a circle.
Speaking of which, I was gutted that I couldn't get a top-up fade for this because TJ, like myself, is a man who big into his grooming. I wanted to have. He's always got the side part thing going on. My barbershop is.
I'm actually due to get it done today, so after this.
Is yours still open? Where are you going? And faded?
Yeah, faded.
Yeah, because my local one is closed for a few days.
Oh, really?
I wanted to get that. I wanted to be fresh for this. You know? Deep fried egg. This is.
This to me is my favourite Thai dish. Whenever I'm away, I come back. That's the first thing.
This is the way. I mean, that's classic.
You're a food critic as well, yeah.
I'm trying to be a bit cleaner, man. The belly's jokes at the moment, bro.
Yeah,
absolute jokes. I mean, all over the rest of the body. I mean, I'm back in shape, but the belly's just absolute.
Belly's the last place to come off and the first place to go on. So if you do well, and you smash something else, and then just sidetrack a little bit.
It's ridiculous now.
You're skinny up top.
It's ridiculous. TJ Hellboy Chang. I see a lot of his IG posts. Too pretty to be a bare knuckle boxer. So, just how did a handsome bastardo like yourself go from, you know, doing that sort of more sales office job to smashing with your fists? Yeah.
I've always boxed. I've been fighting all my life. And I used to get in trouble with the police quite a lot. I've been to prison a couple of times.
Alright.
So I was always fighting. I've always been like a bare knuckle fighter in my eyes. I started boxing to try and sort of not get arrested for fighting because I love fighting. But
so it was literally the classic
channel your anger,
boxer, challenge, getting his way out of trouble.
So started boxing. I thought that's pretty fucking good. Quite like it. And the fitness was perfect. I was playing football at the time. So the fitness is really good. I fucking enjoy getting punched in the face and punches.
Just what, 14, 15 or 12?
Yeah. And then I joined the Navy when I was 16 and I boxed for the Navy all around the world against the ships, the Army, the Marines.
That was gloved?
That was gloved, yeah. So
this is good, let's get
modem.
Yeah, keep going.
Even though it's not professional, it's still quite a high standard because you're boxing for, you know, against the Army.
I mean, it goes without saying, Navy, its fitness and strength is a core. You can't get in without being fit and strong, right? So that, perfect. So yeah, how many Navy fights did you have?
Close to 30, I think.
Against other international navies?
Yeah, so some were intertwined, like against other bases, other ships. Boxed against a Turk. So a funny story, right? When I was 17, I believe, I boxed in Turkey.
Yeah.
Maybe 18. And it was my first like big tour away. And I had a boxing match, and I wasn't really a drinker when I was young. I was fucking young. And everyone in the Navy's a pisshead, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I boxed in Istanbul in Turkey. Went out on the piss, got absolutely fucking hammered, won the fight. Woke up the next.
What do you mean? You were pissed fighting?
No. I went out, won the fight, went out on the piss.
Right.
And then the next day I woke up and obviously you're all in your bunks and stuff. And I rolled over, my ass was stuck, not in a gay way, my ass was stuck to the sheets. I've looked over and there's two perfect prints on the bed of Transformers. So when I was pissed, they fucking got me tagged. I got Transformers on the tagged on my ass.
Someone did that to you?
Well, I don't remember, I was drunk.
You still got that there on yours?
What? It was
You didn't wake up at all, true?
No, I woke up the next day, I had a slight black eye, which was from the fight, and then fucking just rolled over and was like, what the fuck's this? That was my first tattoos. When I was 16 or 17.
And then, since then, become a bit of a tat addict, yeah?
Yeah.
Getting one today as well. Where's the new one going to be?
I got my two dogs that I love. That's one dog, and you get the second dog there. I'm just going to get this finished as well. Wow. So once this leg's done, go to this leg, finish my back, and then I'm done.
Right. I've watched a couple of your fights back as part of research, of course, for this interview.
Yeah.
Since I met you, I was intrigued by your story and stuff, and I've seen that even commentators pick that up. You grab attention with your tattoo aesthetic look. And do you feel that has benefited you? Like, you had the tats before you were boxing anyway, so it's not like it's been a conscious thing.
I've always had a couple of tats, but like...
Yeah. Did you up it when you got into
100%.
boxing?
When I got over here, and the reason is, well, I love tattoos, they're sick anyway, but I didn't do it for the image. But if you've got like the tattoos, which is like the hard man bullshit, and also you got, quite a good looking lad, so it's like that, that what's the word, the marketable poster boy kind of fucking thing. You can fight and still look good, it's quite cool. So
absolutely. I've seen you've got a few different styles, like in the one fight against your first bare knuckle fight, which I watched also.
Very
you had the Alice band, the Beck style going on, and the commentators were even fixated on that. He's kept it on. One of the commentators even swooning over. He's like, "Oh, I'm getting lost in his eyes." That's the first time I've ever heard that before. So yeah, that was well fun.
It is in the fight circus, folks.
Guy's like, take off your headband. He's like, nah, I'm straight. Guy's like, okay. Yeah. He doesn't give a shit. TJ Chang could give 0 fucks right now, folks.
Would that ball be any more in his face? Look at that hairy guy.
I'm getting lost in this guy's eyes right now. What the fuck?
like and subscribe to the channel, guys. He knows the stuff.
Cheers, TJ.
Oh, chili stuck in the throat.
Chili con carne. This is literally chili con carne.
So,
hey, he wanted spicy.
I like to go toe to toe, hence the name Hellboy. And I was very respectful.
It's got that on the back as well. You want to show that? Hellboy tap.
So I was very
you were too respectful,
100%. So we were like touching hands, like fucking like.
I saw that. Was plenty.
It was almost like, I don't know, it's weird. Maybe I thought because it's bare knuckle, it could fucking hurt me. So I was a little apprehensive. Not scared. Scared is the wrong word, but cautious.
That was compared to your previous.
And I was actually boxed really well because I was scared to fucking go toe to toe. Do you know what I mean? So I just stay in and just
more
yeah, just trying to like just get hit. Do you know what I mean? But it's good if
I say outside the pocket.
Yeah. So he was a small guy as well. So I stayed behind my jab.
Yeah.
And obviously, the next bare knuckle was against that Fabiano.
All right. So
where
his most recent fight was a pretty epic scene on a hill in Phuket, overlooking the beach. Against a bloke called Fabiano Hawthorne. Very interesting look and name for a Brazilian dude. You know, when you hear a Brazilian fighter, you think of like a Neymar, Ronaldinho looking dude. This dude looks and he has an English name, so quite interesting. Brazil has all sorts.
He's German or something.
Yeah. So he's got this blonde top knot and yeah. So he's a Muay Thai fighter traditionally, right?
Muay Thai, MMA, black belt, and jiu-jitsu.
So it was very much a clash of styles. And you were only making your second bare knuckle. He was making his bare knuckle debut.
So, you know, he fought on left weight, you know, which is like Muay Thai with bare knuckle.
Oh, okay.
Elbows, headbutts, like sweet.
Oh, right.
He's a tough guy, but he's fucking terrible at boxing.
Just give a bit of background to it as well. There's a lot of shit talk, and that's something you sort of relish.
Yeah,
you embrace that whole shit talk.
I pride myself in that.
So him and Hawthorne were going back and forth on Instagram. He was calling you were slagging him off that he can't box, and he was saying you're just a
Party boy.
Party boy, yeah.
Which I am.
And so we get to the fight, and just 5-round bare knuckle fight under what, 40-degree heat in Phuket?
5 it was at the time. So I fought at midday, and originally I thought the sun might be a bit of an issue, but it was ridiculous. I'm a fit guy. I was doing 10 rounds fucking 3 times a week sparring. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you were ready for it.
More than ready. Yeah. And then fucking got to the end of the first round. So normally I can do fucking 10 easy. End of the first round, I was like, fucking hell, fuck. And then I managed to do 2, 3, and 4, only 5 rounds. In the 4th round, and I beat the fuck. He had like 20 stitches. I destroyed him. He didn't touch me. I kept moving, but I was in survival mode. So I was fucking fucked.
Yeah, if you watch it back, I'll get a few clips in as we're talking. Maybe I'll get it in one of the corners. I mean, Hawthorne looked like, you had him looking like he was in a
He was swinging
Royal Rumble. He nearly went through the ropes at one stage. He was falling all over the place because you were ducking and diving with more technicality. But to credit to him, he did. He's a tough motherfucker, right? He kept coming and
he's a journeyman, so he's had like 150 fights. But
Jesus, how old is he again? 38?
38, yeah. So he has had so many fights, but he's lost a lot of them. And he goes the distance. He's just a tough
and he's
guy.
fucking thick as a Snickers, right? He's small. He's not tall, right?
A little bit smaller than me, but just
thick as fuck, man.
Yeah.
So did that stand to him? Did you notice his strength in there?
He didn't touch me, so yeah.
Bro, in the clinch, right? So just a bit of background on bare knuckle. The clinching is very much more allowed. And
it's called dirty boxing. So one hand you can clinch and then uppercut. Yeah. So it's 2 hands not allowed. So he was locking me up.
And glove boxing, that's the rest of the break that up.
I've never done Muay Thai, so he was literally locking my arms up and then whacking me in the side of the head. So I had like bruises all down here and here, and nothing in the face.
And then, how were you feeling them at the time? Were they? Did they?
No, the time adrenaline carries you and anything. Right. I think I broke my hand as well. Pretty sure I did, because it was fucked right 2 or 3 weeks after.
How is it now?
Yeah, I'm reaching my hands.
Is that the size of that knuckle?
Growing up, I just beating up doorman and getting.
That's huge, man.
Yeah, it's terrible. So at the time,
that stands to you now though that they're like outsized almost.
I think they're just conditioned because you see there's people's teeth and fucking.
This is loca vida.
Vida loca.
Vida loca.
Vida loca. Yeah, it means crazy life.
Remember?
Oh yeah, we should do.
I'm Portuguese. Remember I was translating that day with the Brazilian dude. He's like, I need money change. Bloke has not got a lick of English, not a single word.
Awful.
Mad thing.
Awful.
But so yeah, back on topic. Yeah, this.
Busy. He didn't touch me. He punched me. And I can't use it as an excuse because he was fighting in the same fucking heat. He's Brazilian fighter. We're from the UK, man. It's fucking cold and wet. Growing up, do you know what I mean? So it was definitely a factor of why I lost.
Out of interest, you know what part of Brazil he's from?
I want to say Rio, but it's a place I know.
No, because he doesn't look like the most tropical
no, not at all.
Brazilian dude. So maybe he's from the south. Because if he's German, right, there's a place called Rio Grande do Sul.
That makes
so
sense.
That's actually got quite mixed weather. Not to bring that up, yeah.
So like I said, I didn't use it. It's not an excuse. I lost to the sun because he was fighting the same thing. But it's definitely a fucking factor because I sat down after the 4th and schoolboy error. At the end of the 4th, when it was 10 seconds, you get like 10 seconds to go, right? I thought it was the end of the fight. So I've gone fucking hell for leather, fucking smashing,
left it all out.
And then sat down and said to my corner guy, I said, I fucking won that. He goes, you got another round? I went, no, it's fine. No, one more. I was like, fuck. Went to stand up, went a bit dizzy. Fuck, I was like, nah, I can't fucking do it. And the reason is, giving up's the fucking wrong word. Quitting while I'm ahead, let's put it in that category. Quitting while you're ahead, I can swallow and I can sleep. Whereas if I'd gone out and got knocked out by someone who's nowhere near my boxing level because I wasn't fit enough or it was too hot or whatever the reason was, then yeah, so even though it's
and so like by a couple hours later were you just like back 100% after you recovered from that and you're like ready to go again?
Once I rehydrated,
call him up and try to find him in the hotel, let's go again.
I was in the car park, you can't, do you know what I mean? Proper bare knuckle. Hit him with shots, so my hands were fucked. He was covered in cuts, he was fucking lacerated everywhere. He took some heavy shots that I was thinking, how the fuck has he not at least gone down? But I've knocked out a 6'5" Dawn with the same shot. You know what I mean? Like so, when he didn't go down, which is a true testament of how tough he is.
Yeah. And was he ever close to getting you down?
No, maybe with the throw or something, but nobody did it, man.
Right.
Cleanly, he didn't catch me once. He didn't catch me once.
Just lots of rabbit punches to the head.
Punch to the head, like coming in. He knew that I wasn't a grappler, and obviously he's a jiu-jitsu, MMA, fucking Muay Thai veteran, so he knew that if he tied me up, he can whack me in the side of the head. So that was a game fine. So yeah, so back to the fact that, you know, if you pick your shots with Bareknuckle, the reason
There you are.
the reason you've got to pick shots more than sort of boxing, because you do get caught. So with boxing, gloves on, you'll take a punch or a jab to come in and land a heavy shot or 2 or 3 shots.
Yeah.
Right? If you do that in Bareknuckle, you're going to get fucking marked up. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
yeah.
you have to be a lot more. You're still fighting, you're still boxing, but you're a lot more cautious. Like I said before, a bit more apprehensive, because you have to respect the fact that if he does catch you, you fucking go in sleep.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? So
never been in a
testament to
professional
how
fight.
bad he is, because he fought someone who's not a fucking professional fighter and lost and knocked out.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Technically, what did you think of the? Do you think it could have you watched it back? Like the ref gave him an standing 8 count.
When I first watched it, the ref was counting, and I did think it was stopped too early. But I watched it a few times. He couldn't walk. He
had no chance.
So it was actually a great shout from the ref.
Yeah.
However, that doesn't take away the fact that it shouldn't have fucking happened. Like for example, Conor McGregor against Mayweather. That should never have happened.
That was a joke.
So
Joke.
as a boxer, I think it's embarrassing for the sport.
How did you, speaking of that, like at the time, were you in on that? Were you on board on the bandwagon?
With
the
what?
Mayweather
No,
McGregor
hate
at
it,
all?
hate
Did you even watch it?
No, yeah, I watched it because fucking you have to.
Yeah, and how do you? Some people were like, "Oh, McGregor was winning the fight at some point," but
No.
come on, anyone who knows even a bit about
Mayweather,
fights knows
yeah.
that Mayweather walked him through the first few rounds. Walked him
First
through.
fucking 7,
Just
yeah.
just hands up, letting gas out.
It was ridiculous.
7, wasn't it?
If you watch, McGregor's one of my favourite fighters. He's a Dolby Irish guy. He's fucking got the same banter. He's cool, man. I used to get called the Bangkok McGregor back in the day, like all the shit I talk and stuff. But put him in a boxing ring, it's the same as Muay Thai to Bareknuckle. It's a different fucking sport.
And even technically, I thought he was poor in there.
It was awful. Because it's not the same. There's one point where he was behind him, like punching on the head, like.
Mayweather's kids in the crowd, you can see in a documentary, like, what's he doing?
Yeah, that's
I
it.
tell you what, I don't care that was only a 90-second fight. Technically, Jake Paul looked better as a boxer than McGregor looked as a boxer. Now,
100%.
McGregor has knocked people out. He looks great in MMA boxing, but they're extremely different.
It's chalk and cheese, man.
The stance,
everything. Yes, so Jake Paul, for me, again, it goes back to why I hate boxing. Jake Paul thing, the Mayweather, how did that ever happen for money? It's bullshit.
But just playing devil's advocate, don't you still have to put respect that guy, Askren, was never okay. Masvidal kneed him in the face. It was a freak moment. But in his previous fights, no one had ever put him down like that. You still got to put down a 190-pound guy. It's a nice, clean punch you hit him with.
If you look at it,
it's a potato can.
It is a very clean punch. It shouldn't have even landed. It's just I saw it coming a mile off. Move. Oh, see. Yeah,
did you see it coming?
Oh yeah, of course. He tigers everything. Everything he does. Even a jab, it's sort of like. Yeah, so that alongside the Mayweather and stuff, and even like the Anthony Joshua, who's not fought Fury yet because of money and politics and red tape. This is why Bareknuckle is just 2 fucking lads, regardless of my bullshit that I talk. You respect. It's 2 guys just going to war. It's real. It comes from the UK.
Purist.
It's the purest sort of.
Actually, has a great Irish history as well. A lot of the best guys in the States. John L. Sullivan, I was reading up on. He was, interestingly, the last Bareknuckle champion, and then he became the first glove champion in Boston in the 1880s. Yeah, and he was the stance you're doing. He was one of the classic men of that. John L. Sullivan.
So I do that stance. that stance for the for my pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
When I'm boxing, that's way too high. My hands are fucking down. Where I'm smiling, I'm talking to him.
Were they actually like that in the fights, or were they just?
Yeah, they did, so it's because I don't know why. Yeah, I have to read out, but every fight.
They were actually.
Like
similar if you look back at 1950s football, like when
exactly.
England won the World Cup, or when Hungary were a great team in 1950s. Like the through ball was a big thing then, so passing was way more straightforward. And when they first saw through ball, it was like, wow, he's playing it into space. So it's evolution, right?
Of course it is. It's cool. But now we've gone like a 180 and gone back to the Bareknuckle. But now you've got obviously athleticism and sort of science, sports science as well. add that to the pure brutal of bare knuckle.
Yeah.
It's perfect, man. So again, I don't think I'll ever fight with gloves on again.
Brilliant. And do you see a couple of big wins now? If you avenge the loss against Hawthorne and another one or two wins, do you see realistically you get to BKFC from Feldman? Will Feldman be watching?
I already normally
Presidente?
100%. I normally get signed by
Has he been watching you?
Yeah, of course, man.
Kevin Feldman?
David Feldman.
Excuse me. Dave Feldman.
Obviously, I normally get signed because there's not a long queue of people wanting to do bare knuckle because it's fucking brutal.
You want to call out here? Artem Lobov, Jason Knight.
Jason Knight.
Would you fight him?
I'll fight
Similar
anyone.
weights?
I'll fight anyone. So that podcast did last week. They
I like
will
the
be
attitude. You hear that? Fight anyone.
anyone. It's a bare knuckle fight.
But, sorry to put in. Does weight matter less then in bare knuckle? Would you be less hesitant to go up to a guy 20 kilos more than
the
you
guy
would?
that I fought fucking that Hawthorne in the rematch, I fight at 72.5 and we weighed in at 76, which I had to drop about 2 kg. And the reason for that is because he's a bigger guy, but it doesn't make a difference. With boxing, you punch someone who's heavier than you, they don't move. Like, if you take a punch from them, it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Whereas bare knuckle, it's not really. It's just the odd punch that lands. If it doesn't land, you go and sleep whether you're heavy or not.
So hey, watch this space. TJ Chang coming to the BKFC in 2022, we'll say?
Next year, yeah.
Yeah. Alright mate, it's been an absolute blast. Thanks so much. Check out TJ's stuff. I'm going to have his Instagram in the description and a couple of fights. Hopefully I'll be able to get the highlights in during this. You'll be able to see him in action and his great funky bob and weaving style.
Prince Leslie
Hands down.
rip-off.
Cheers, thanks so much TJ.